let's just say you've created a firm, and you're doing, you're charging $300 per tax return, right? Let's just say
When you
it
look at
is.
the surveys, is what a lot of tax preparers are charging for an individual return. It's
Yeah,
very low.
100%.
Yeah.
It is very low. But you know what? Let's even go a little higher. Let's say you're more ambitious. So you've charged 300. I mean, sorry, you charge $500 a tax
Okay.
return. You got 300 clients, right? That's not bad. It's a pretty good place to start. You've taken on a bunch of people. You quit your firm. You started hustling, and you got 300 clients at $500 a piece. That's $150,000 that you're about to make in your first tax season. Great in general, right? But here's the problem: 300 clients, and I don't care what anybody tells me, you're not doing a return in 15 minutes, even though that's what people will tell me. I said, you won't. Why? Because you need to collect the data, send out organizers, or send out something that's going to tell people what to give you, answer a million questions about whether this W 2 was right or it is the 1099 you're seeking. And you're answering questions. So you're drowning in that admin aspect work until you've collected everything. Now, when you've collected everything, yes, you can probably get that return done in 15 to 30 minutes. Self review, get it out the door, collect signatures, and answer a bunch of questions on the tail end. 1 hour. I'm going to just
At
go ahead and
least.
at least, but let's just say 1 hour. Now you're talking 300 clients, 1 hour each. That's 300 hours. But guess what? Information in our world, tax world, is not coming in until at least, at best case scenario, early February, most likely mid February. So let's call it February 15th. So you're talking February 15th to April 15th. You got 8 weeks. So you take 300 divided by 8, and you're talking about 37 and a half hours a week. That's not bad, right? But
Well,
that's best
that's
case scenario.
that's best case.
And
And
that's not how it works.
yeah, in real life, you're going to be spending way more than 1 hour per
Yes.
client because,
Way more. You're going to
I mean,
have,
if you have
yeah.
to meet with the client, add another hour.
Yep.
If you have to drive around, which a lot of
Yeah.
people do, then got to add in that time. I think we just totally underestimate the admin and
Yeah.
the oh, and then there's just the time it took to get those clients in the first place, to have all the prospect
Oh,
meetings
yeah. Oh, yeah.
and
Prospect
to
meetings,
onboard them. Yeah,
engagement letters, onboarding, and all that.
right.
That's a good set. My example here is a best case scenario, but realistically, you're not even getting the information by February 15th. You're probably going to get it closer to March. So you're really tightening up.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why everybody's got that crazy crunch. So from my perspective, and just to give context to everybody, I got about 100 clients right now. 100 clients, high value. So I started to go back to what I was saying, I started at an $800 minimum. I said, whoever's willing to take me on, let's go. As time grew and I've, made relationships with some folks, and people gave me good advice, or they gave me good referrals. Some of my own clients, a lot of word of mouth growth. I'm still not on Google. I'm all word of mouth primarily, and LinkedIn, networking with other folks like,
Hmm.
financial planners. Shout out Mondo, and Joe Stabile, and a few others out there that are always a bit in my corner, referring me high quality folks that they work with. So that's what LinkedIn also did for me. But then as time moved on, my fees started going higher and higher. And right now I'm at a minimum of 2,000 for any return. So here's how the conversation typically goes with a new prospect client that's looking for your 300 to 500, cheaper, returns, like, from a price perspective, and they're price hunting. Here's what happens: they're gonna come. They call me up, or they reach out. Hey, I was kind of saw your content, or saw this or saw that, and I'm really interested to work with you. Um, are you taking on clients like me? And I'll say, hey, are you a business owner? And they'll say, no, I have a W-2 only. I'm like, listen, I'm happy to work with you. W-2 only, that is totally fine. I have a few clients like that too. My minimum fee is 2,000, and I stop. And then they'll say, oh, wait, 2,000 for my return? My return is very simple. What do you mean $2,000? What? And there's that little like hesitation. And I'm like, yeah, look, like, I focus on business owners. I add value. And quite frankly, with a W-2 only, there's not that much value that I could add to you. Happy to refer you out to someone else. That piece of it is the difference between a lot of people's mentality, because some people's mentality is, but it's $500 that I could do in 15 or 30 minutes. That's what I hear all the time. It's just easy money. It's easy work. But don't
But
forget my math.
eh, and they're not considering the opportunity cost because every
And that's,
$500 return you take is a $2,000 return you're not taking
yeah.
potentially.
Exactly. And yeah, and I could miss, but to that math. I'm not great at math, obviously. I'm an accountant, but I guess
I
with
saw
that
you've
math,
got Excel open, right? You're doing it in that's what I
I'm
do.
doing,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing a calculator,
Yeah.
but but I got $500, and you can miss four clients, four prospects. You can miss at $500 a piece and land a $2,000 one. And
Yeah.
guess what? You just quartered, or one fourth your work,
Yep.
right? Load. So the
I
other challenge, and I'll just finish up with this. The other challenge that happens is if you've already built a firm that's got a lot of volume, but you want to get to the value aspect, you want to get to the value creation and charge more. It is extremely difficult to just all of a sudden be like, yo, by the way, yeah, so I know I was charging you 500. Yeah, it's 1,000 now.
yeah, that's a tough
That
sell.
doesn't
Doesn't feel good.
it no, it doesn't feel good. And now you're
Not for
not only going
anyone.
to lose, you're going to lose, not only lose the client, but you're going to lose the reputation. You're going to lose,
Yeah.
the street cred, because they're going to go to their friends and say, nah, don't use him. Like, he just doubled my fee out of nowhere.